Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to Suara Kita Ni Studios for another episode during this lockdown period lah. So kita ni punya partial lockdown. So today we have special guest. Yes, yes.
Yay!
So,
Yay!
joining with me is another co-host, which is Shafi, and then we have a special guest from our front line, which is Syafiqah Roslani. Lurus ke tak? Lurus kah?
Yes.
Yes. So, all right. So let's introduce yourself dulu lah, Syafiqah. Can you let us know who you are and what you do during this time?
My name is Syafiqah. I'm currently the head of deployment as well as the focal person for Sukarelawan Belia COVID-19 for Sungai Kebun Team B.
Oh,
Um, yeah,
okay. So you said team B. So how many teams are there sebenarnya?
for each venue we actually have two teams. It's because for safe measures basically. So if one team are because we have incident before where the entire team has to undergo quarantine order. So we need to have a backup team,
I see.
basically. So each venue for Buramara, there's two. So Sungai Kebun and Pusat Belia, for each venue has two teams lah.
Oh, I see. Okay, okay, okay. So are you volunteering ataupun ani andang your work?
Uh, Volunteering, but I'm actually working as well as studying.
Oh, ya kah? Oh,
Oh, student.
Yes.
Okay.
student kah?
Yeah, I'm a student. I'm working. I'm also volunteering.
Okay, you're a
Well,
student di mana?
I'm currently a Master of Logistics student. For
Eh,
oh,
eh,
yes.
sama sama.
surprisingly, ada your senior ni.
Ada? Oh my God.
Ni senior.
Pressure. Talk to me
Man,
how the lecturers are.
well, no, during my time, I was 2000. I think I finished studying 2018. Masa 2017, I took my masters, and 2018 aku
Uh-huh.
graduate. So I was masters of logistics. 1 year coursework kan? 1 year, right?
Yeah, it's 1 year coursework.
Yeah. So I heard after my time, there was a gap year. I think 2 years kah. Then baru ada master of logistics again. I think
It's new. Apparently it's not.
no. It's
Oh,
but dah pasal during that time there was a issue that they don't have any professors teaching the courses at the time lah. So,
I see.
so I guess you guys are baru. I don't know who are your lecturers anymore, but congratulations on doing masters of logistics. Yeah.
Thank you. Online learning is a struggle.
Oh, is it? Iya kah?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe because I did my degree before the pandemic, so I'm
Ah,
used to doing the classes. So now macam I have to adapt to online classes.
what was your degree?
Sociology.
And then you took logistics.
Yes.
Macam it's jauh pelang ni punya tu.
Macam. Yeah. Macam.
Wait, same like me pelang. My degree was computing, then my master was logistics. So a little bit far from that je lah. Understandable. Understandable. So you said tadi you are student juga in UBD kan in UBD and then you're
UBD.
also working di mana?
I'm currently working for a company, a private company. I
Ah,
won't disclose what it is,
okay, okay.
for a private company.
So
Let's just say that.
is that a full time or part time?
Full time.
Alright, so full time working juga and then full time dan belajar juga and then volunteering ani juga. Doesn't that hindi mo ngacau ka to your time doing this juga volunteering on the front line and
I think time management is very important. For volunteering, I think for me, it's more towards my priorities. So obviously, my work and my studies comes first than volunteering.
I see.
Yeah.
So right now you're volunteering lah macam
Yes.
you
Right now, I'm
you're at
volunteering.
Sungai Kebun
Like
right now lah.
today, I'm actually at the venue. Today is actually one of the operating day for Sungai Kebun, my team.
Aha.
Like right now, we have people who are currently being deployed to send food rations to quarantine individuals lah.
So kerja kamu
Okay.
ngantar makanan kah ataupun
Yes.
so
Basically
di
itu bilang macam Um, what we do basically with major assistance lah from my team and as well as our focal head is one to make sure that the operation runs smoothly, from making sure that all requested rations for that day is deployed, and then to ensure that all volunteers follow the SOP set by the Ministry of Health, and to make
Ah,
sure that all the packaged foods are packed and ready for deployment. And then we assign teams to deploy the food as well. And then the most important one is to take care of the welfares of the volunteers lah, the entire operating hours. So we do have like certain people placed in certain team so that everything runs smoothly lah.
oh, I
Okay,
see.
okay.
Yeah,
How many are under the team right now? Berapa orang under your team?
because we work with liars and we work together with government personnel as well. So like for my team, we have MPRT as well as KTU, Mora helping us.
Okay, so right now berapa orang do you know how many people are working right now?
Right now, I'm guessing usually the average amount is 75 to 80.
Oh, wow.
Per day
Yes,
per day kah? Ataupun is
yes,
it other
yes.
oh, that's a lot of people.
Hmm.
Because like we have the sorting team, we have the packing team, we have drivers as well,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then we have deployment team. So at a lot of like departments.
Oh. I'm really curious bah sebenarnya macam what's happening at the
Shoot me
front.
question.
Can we see Can we see what's going on right now?
I don't know if I can actually. Let me just bring the laptop.
Bagi
I'll show you guys.
virtual tour.
Yes, so guys, we are doing a virtual
Virtual,
tour right now.
virtual tour.
Syafiqah.
First time na ya?
Oh.
Okay.
Pernah ba buat?
So, so this is how the situations are.
Okay.
That's the packaged food.
Yeah, I saw
So
macam yung ano kana as ano yung shown ara TV tiap kan. Is it the one na
yeah,
to?
yeah. So we have like a set amount according to Atila, the amount of. So we determine which
Mm.
pack we will give. So usually for people, yeah, 3 to 5 um house, and then we have this one, yung FNG, which means yung more than 10 or 12. Diba? We have our
Oh,
packing
okay,
team.
okay.
Yeah, we have our packing team there.
Hi.
If you
Yeah,
can see.
hi.
Kinanglan na tiya.
No. Yeah, and then
Okay, okay.
we we have our sorting team. So this
Mm.
one. Okay. Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, they're mainly from JVS. So what they do is receive the list. They will receive this. If I don't know if you guys can see them, and they're the one who determine which route and which zone, so that it's easy for the deployment team to just deploy.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, dorang yang adalah tolong susun the zones and then the area to supaya like one deployment list
So how
basically.
many people are deployed? I mean, how many station are deployed per area?
It depends on the transportation. Usually kalau van, we would limit to 1 to 2 people sahaja for 6 to 7 houses.
I see.
Yeah, basically it's like that pulang.
Okay. What
Yeah.
usually apa saja yang kamu bagi ni? What kind of food or materials or products yang you guys bagi to this
Um,
under quarantine order ni?
Subuh kan mau masuk. It was
Kenapa?
like so we have the baras
Ah,
Mm.
wow, itu
and then
banyak.
yeah the gula. So we have the packing team. These are our packing team. So basically dorang yang macam itulah masukkan like this. So for certain areas only require certain kilogram of gula. So like dorang yang kirakan lah macam tu.
Ah,
So they're the packing team yang sorted into certain kg. So it's easy for the packaging team to ambil and masukkan.
I see. Is there like macam an estimation for how many days kah the the package yang kena bagi tu tahan?
Yes, pasal usually it's Andang kana tu lah. It's also the apa ni, the ration will be based on how many people and how long dorang kena quarantine lah,
Hmm.
Alright.
basically.
Usually per package satu berapa lama yang estimated dorang kena tahan lah?
We would go for the average one, which is 14 days.
Oh, so the
Yeah.
whole thing satu is for 14 days lah.
Yes. Tapi usually kalau indah enough dah and they want to request more, they could just go straight to MOH lah to request for more ration. And
I
we would receive the names, and not the names, we would receive the address from MOH and we would apa ni, susunkan the deployment.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Okay. So what kan tahu je macam apa saja barang yang kena bagi tu mostly.
Let me just. So
Macam
usually
is
for,
it the essentials kata macam baras, minyak,
yes. So
gula.
like for instance, this one, let me show you. I'm like macam atu terpulang ah. Like, hi, welcome guys. Okay.
Okay.
So, usually yang paling semua tu planet, all the food usually andang sama, tapi just the amount saja different.
Oh,
So
okay.
we usually
Hmm,
have
okay.
the eggs, and
Yep.
then minyak, and then baras, indomie, and then potatoes. We have canned food. We would also give canned food. So ini ada di belakang. Canned food, and then gula, and then crackers.
Hmm.
Usually it's like
Yeah.
that.
Actually, last time my family got sent ada yang the packages ni pasal one of my family members was kira close contact or one of my family members was working in the hospital, and I was
Yeah,
impressed lah and how they deliver tu, and they
yeah,
orang faham lah, orang send arah dapat rumah, dan orang bell
yeah.
saja, and
Usually
then
in the morning,
uh,
we will have a briefing on the
hmm.
SOP on how to hantar the food to avoid
Okay.
contact. Cuma tu.
How many houses do you send to kira daily?
It depends on the list yang MOH bagi, but lately, as of late lah, yang kami receive on average per day is we would do up to 140 lebih deployment, but we before
Hmm.
pernah keluar sampai 300
Wow.
per
Okay.
day.
Wow,
Kita
wow.
awal-awal lah masa ada increasing of number of
Yes,
people na tu lah.
ada pernah sampai 200-300 lah per day the deployment.
What's
Okay,
the
okay.
what's the further yang paling jauh kamu pernah hantar?
Um, because kalau macam sana, for us, we do send to Temburong as well.
Okay.
Yeah, we do deployments to Temburong as well, and then for macam last time, because the incident that happened arah Tutong, we Brunei Mara help deploy food to Tutong as well.
Oh, so you guys is for the Sungai Kebun punya deployment is for Brunei Muara saja.
Yes, for Brunei Mara sahaja. So
Oh, so
Tutong have their own
ah,
HQI, Belayut has their own HQI, just Temburong saja nada. So usually Brunei Mara yang do deployments to Temburong.
so today ada Temburong punya atau delivery?
Yes, today ada.
Oh, okay.
Ada kan almost every day pulang ada, but usually it's like 5 to 6 houses.
Ah, okay. Ada question lagi, cuma ketangan. Ada question lagi. Ada question lagi. What if kalau that household tu macam ada food allergies, let's say macam you na dapat makan dairy products or na dapat makan telur or
In that case, usually when we receive the list from oh no, okay. So when we receive a list from MOH, our calling team will call them first and tanya certain questions lah. So what allergies are and everything, and then that's when we determine apa yang akan dibagi orang. Cuma tu.
okay. Usually ada yang macam there's a lot of macam na dapat dimakan lah. Since kau cakap tadi was baras, telur, gula, canned food apa. So what was the most like macam uh request ni orang difficult request? One second.
Mm, lately, dia pulang. For my side, I don't think we have received yang cuma tu, yang payah kan itulah.
Ah,
It's mostly dorang atu saja. They're okay with anything.
oh, dorang terima apa saja lah. Pasal
Yeah.
to be honest, I think I don't know if you guys encountered that situation. Yang remember there was a viral video of someone actually
Hmm.
macam complain about makanan antara makanan atau macam I was wondering macam whether they can request the food atau indah. Don't know.
Ah.
Ah, macam
Atu
requesting.
it's already set kan sudah the food itu anang besar sudah. It's just the amount saja different. So we usually just ask if there ada allergy. Yang
Okay,
satu lah the basic questions.
okay, okay. Oh, that's kind of interesting pulang. So I thought semua sama actually. Even though that person ada allergies apa semua everything's gonna be the same. Or you guys are sending sana lah.
No, we usually tanyalah dulu just to make sure so that macam sayang jo kan.
Yeah, that's true, that's true. I mean, okay lah. Tapi ada kesan tadi kah?
No, no, no. Terus kau
Angkat
teruskan.
tangan, angkat tangan.
Katakan.
Habis cakap aku kan. Banyak tangan.
Uh, I have questions pulang. Kenapa you want to volunteer in this? Since you're like satu, you're working full time. Another one is that
Uh-huh.
you are studying juga. Tapi what makes you want to volunteer to be part of the frontliner?
Um, honestly, is to contribute, like just to help out. Like, macam that has always been my drive, as cliche as it sounded. Which I started out volunteering last year, March, and I started alone actually. I applied alone, and
Hmm.
then I started meeting other people and hearing their stories, and I realized how similar we all were. Macam we were there because we wanted to help out. It was a very like the country needs us, so we are here. Satu kind of thing, and we want to also give back to His Majesty. And fast forward to the second wave, the drive is still the same lah. Like to be able to share your thoughts and opinions, and to be able to create change, and to witness the fruits that you have sown. It's an amazing feeling because
Hmm.
you know at the end of the day that whatever you have contributed helps. That perhaps it could make things a little better or help make other people feel better. Something
Hmm.
like that.
You said tadi apa you were volunteering since March kan? Is it March this year atau?
Much last year. So
Yeah,
during the
okay.
first wave.
First
Yeah,
wave.
it was first wave kan.
Yeah.
So I just wanna know how do you guys feel last time? Kira it was over kan macam kinda macam the first wave tu macam kan hilang-hilang dah. Then in the end of the year tu. And then uh, in the middle of apa bila kata August, in the beginning of August ada the first case tu kan. What do you guys feel? What was the apa namanya feeling arah your volunteers sana tu?
I think for some of us, because we were actually together when the PC happened.
Hmm.
So for
What
some
do you
of
mean by
us, we
together?
actually burst. Sorry,
What do you mean by together?
because the day it was announced was during the Hari Belia.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, it was happening at
7 August tu.
ICC. Yeah,
Hmm.
and I was actually part of Majlis Belia Brunei.
Ah,
So I
okay,
was
okay. We were
involved
there.
with yeah, I was involved with the Asian Youth Forum.
Ah,
Exactly.
okay, okay.
Weren't we there juga?
Oh, wah,
Yeah,
sana pula sana.
so we were there, and when the PC happened, I think like some of us actually bursted into tears
Hmm. It was
because
real pula
it was
ah.
just scary. Yeah, it was just scary because you've
Hmm.
been hearing it, and then it actually happened. So it was just a scary feeling lah.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, correct. True, true.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it was. I remember that time that, as you said, we were actually the ICC. We were actually doing our own recordings, and then ada WhatsApp viral sudahnya dorang. You know how before the news keluar, viral sudah barang itu that ada orang
Yeah.
dan ada orang di hospital sudah macam ada orang ICU and stuff like that. And then awalnya cuma I was like ada bandar barangan ni ignore ni rumors. Then when the PC happened, macam everyone punya jaw was dropped. Macam I was like, aduh, then lockdown tu lagi ni, so everyone's like
Oh.
panic lah.
Yeah, everyone was it was it was a very hard thing to process, I guess, at that time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And I remember the PC yang apa ni, the viral one, kena begitu pukul 3. And once I was waiting pukul 3, turns out
Oh
it was
yeah,
a
yeah,
fake.
yeah.
Yeah, it was a fake poster.
Yeah. Dan sekalinya ada, macam
Yeah.
baru punya. Then kena begitu. So apparently that apparently most of the rumors satu were true. Ini we
Yeah.
were still waiting for official adalah official news of that. So there was a lot of going on our mind at the time lah macam, and hearing how, I think before the news satu there were a few things macam, people, I think there was a news of people going jalan tikus and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Semua tu. Then everyone start blaming those people ikut jalan tikus atau, so everything was like chaos lah macam ada macam, but that's okay. We are actually doing well right now. So
Yeah.
got to. So since you are on the front line atau front line atau Jola, uh, I have questions Jola. What's the best experience masa you doing this thing and it?
Oh my God. Banyak, I would say.
I
But if
mean,
I have to pick
yeah,
four,
yeah, the most memorable lah for you.
I actually thought of it like panar, like what is the best experience. But I would say is when we receive encouraging and motivating messages from the public. Sometimes they would just
Mm.
leave us small paper saying like thank you or please stay safe, or they would just text privately and would just like thank you for all that you've done during this pandemic, and it feels great. Like it feels like we've helped. And since that's the main reason why we're here, it's a fulfilling feeling lah, purpose. And then the people I have met throughout this pandemic, I admit though, macam things weren't always peachy. Like the journey was definitely filled with a lot of life lessons. Regardless, alhamdulillah lang, it's still great. Like I'm grateful, and like yeah, I think I've met a lot of amazing individuals throughout this, like dari last year until this year.
Ah, I see.
But are you gonna ask what's my worst experience now?
Well, definitely. Have macam itu bunga-bunganya betul. From best experience baru tahu tanya
From
West.
best to worst.
From the worst
Kalau,
experience
but
lah.
for the worst experience, it's just I can't actually think of any. If I were to be honest, but if
Ada.
I were to say, if I were to say how I have to deal with a lot of people, kan,
Yeah, that's true.
satu. And obviously there are people who gets fussy or sanang marah apa. Tapi I wouldn't say it's a bad experience or a worse experience at all. Satu. Because it's just it happens.
Yeah, okay, okay.
Hmm.
We want to hear stories pulang macam the bad side of volunteering. Macam who do you
Oh,
handle? Macam
I
story tu
I
lah.
have the
Macam I know just one story lah that we want to learn to know lah. Pasal macam we always heard that frontliner ni dorang yang jenisnya macam always say I'm okay, I'm fine. Kalau this happens it's okay. Tapi we also wanna know what's the stressful thing happen to them atau bah. Macam orang yang selalu facing this kind of challenges ni. So so that's why I ask what's the worst experience atau macam just to know that soalnya orang we learn from experiences that even though
yeah.
it's good or bad. So we want to know what's the bad one juga lah sebenarnya. So that's the one yang we want to menyedarkan everyone that you should not treat people macam ni ba.
Mm.
You should not done this to the frontliners apa. So pernah kah macam ada situation where kamu are blamed for all these things or something like that lah. I'm not being negative ne. I'm not being negative.
Yeah.
I just wanna know what adakah you experience those kind of experiences lah.
I think for most of us we do experience it because um that's the thing. When people don't know what's happening, they tend to assume.
Mm.
Mm. Yeah,
Cuma tu.
correct.
And then as volunteers, we receive instructions and we assist those instructions. if we are to ask to assist with something, we do something like that. But because we're not government personnel, so people are not scared
Oh,
of
right.
being,
Yes.
yes, satu lah. So
Oh,
there were certain incidents where um, I would say we get scared of our own well-being.
Hmm.
oh, is it like life threatening? Kah?
Um, I think for some, yes, but not very life-threatening lah. But it's just that macam when some people, dorang dah kena biasa kena teraki kan and all that.
Hmm.
So when it happens, it could cause um, anxiety to certain people. Macam tu.
Oh,
Again, it's not really experience, I would say.
Hmm.
Macam it happens. I would say back to Nawaitu, we're there to
Hmm.
help, then adalah saja. Talk about actually.
Yeah. I
yeah,
think.
I understand.
Yeah.
We understand sebenarnya juga. So, tapi we also need to know that frontliners ni are humans juga kan. That
Yeah, because before I got transferred to HQI to Sungai Kebun, I actually volunteered in medical operations. So I was under health centers and hotels, and then
Hmm.
I volunteered under um, indoor safety vaccination center. So I've been like sure and I'm at
Hmm.
um, home quarantine individual punya tu lah.
oh, so banyak lah, banyak your experience lah hopping around
Yeah.
ini. Yeah, yeah.
One
Oh, okay.
over
Where
1 year.
over 1 year. So basically, if you hop around kan, macam which are the best positions yang pernah, it's a mind opening for you lah when you volunteered. An experience that might open your minds.
Hmm. So it's different kan? Like when you're in hotel, it's different because you don't really talk at all sama the people orang yang kena self isolate to them unless macam through phone call
Hmm.
ataupun short ones. And then our medical operation like health centers and hospital, you communicate a lot with the public. So you really meet a lot of different, and then you the hospital and the hospital they ways with you as well. Macam itulah. So
Hmm.
I don't actually talk to the quarantine individuals, the government personnel here. Different
Mm. Okay, I see. I think Shafi had a question today.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, kira volunteering kan, you yourself kira you could say you're putting yourself at risk juga kan, macam with the pandemic ni. So how do you keep yourself safe, and especially how do you convince your parents yang di rumah on volunteering ni to join?
anything when I started last year, masa March,
Hmm.
weeks to get my dad to agree me volunteer.
Hmm.
He only let me volunteer ujung bulan 3, which was I
Hmm.
remember. And then after pun I started at a hotel. The reason why he let me start at a hotel, we don't apa ni contact with the person, with the resident.
Hmm.
So he was convinced. He was like, "But okay, since you don't talk to them,
Hmm.
since you meet them, then it's fine." Gitu. And then from there, I slowly, yeah, and slowly I moved to health center. And then Masara Health Center, where I was, they get a little bit paranoid, but um, I was deployed at a breakfast health center. So at that time, it was a flu center. So the
Hmm.
doctors and the nurses are very, very, very strict with how you clean yourself. So they would like
Mm.
This is how you sanitize
Mm.
your hands, like in that sense. And then
Mm.
like we're every time ada patient care everything from PPE to our
Mm.
gloves itulah, and then
Mm.
uh, immediately bersihkan diri macam tu before I
Mm.
meet my family lah. So
Okay.
after that they just got used to it. They're like, oh,
Mm.
saya dah balik macam tu siya. Visual macam berjalan. I'm just kidding.
Kalau jangan akhir balik terus shift malam macam mana tu?
Oh, like, mesti kena text tu.
Ah,
Okay. Okay.
okay, okay. So you
You said.
prepare a schedule lah for them lah.
Yeah, usually it's a habit my parents before I go. So they know it. Okay,
Mm.
puasa balik. I'm like, okay, the shift ends at 9. So probably,
Mm.
so they're like, okay.
Hmm.
I mean, how long usually how late can it be kalau volunteering ano? Macam.
Um, Pieces, actually.
Mm.
Kalau macam health center, it's easier because sana ada start time dorang tutup kan. Macam tu. Kalau
Mm.
macam, it would depend on the last deployment sampai balik sini. So like kalau
Oh,
the
okay.
last deployment, akhir sampai ke sini. Macam lah. We
Oh,
have to wait sampai
okay,
dorang
okay.
balik. Lagi macam do the counting, like how many
Mm.
deployed, how many yang in the
Mm. Okay. I think you mentioned that you guys were quarantined last time. Can you tell us a bit more about that story? Macam what happened?
Hello? Kedengaran kah?
Wah, battery
Wow,
died lagi. Aduh.
bateri die kah?
Jap. Hello?
where my connection is secure now.
Okay.
Tadi dengar ada soalan.
I was like, why are they not talking? Did
Okay.
I say something?
Tadi kami pun nunggu your
Oh,
your answer.
wow.
So basically you were asking about you said tadi you guys had to go through quarantine kan? So what happened? Can you tell us a bit more about that? What happened sana? Yeah.
Why that one? Because kan, how to explain it? So basically, people who comes here are from different organization.
Mm.
Semua tu lah. So because we're spread kan, so
Mm.
macam every small what do you call it? I don't know how to word it, but basically what happened was ada close contact.
Oh, okay.
Semua tu. So immediately operation and itulah have
Oh.
swabbed basically macam tu. And then just for good measures, everyone is asked to self isolate lah. Semua tu.
Oh. Well, no lah. It was quick lah
Yeah,
to respond.
it's very strict lah. This is very strict. Like if there are any macam small case pun, apa
Mm.
the actions are very immediate. So we are told to swab and then self isolate
Mm.
until further confirmation is given. And then if we're
Mm.
asked to let my then quarantine lah. Macam tu.
I mean, what happened since kamu quarantine? Who are taking care of kamu punya work?
That's why we have two teams.
Oh, kamu team B kan? Team
Yes.
B, right kan? Oh, okay. Oh, ngam. What did I think
Yes.
of that? Huh?
So like kalau satu tu the other team yang cover lah. That's why macam
Oh,
the reason
okay.
why we have two teams basically.
Mm.
I see. Alright.
See.
I mean, there's a lot of things. Banyak ada more questions lagi, but macam kami nangacau you work was sebenarnya.
Right now we're just waiting for people to balik ke deployment lang. That's why like I'm receiving all this.
That's
Oh.
Okay,
the
cut it
this.
out, cut it out.
Okay,
Boleh
itulah dia.
Adjust
mention.
orang.
You adalah. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of what juga, things going on now, especially macam there's a lot of concerning things juga macam regarding this. I saw a few days ago, I think yesterday lah, yesterday there was an issue that vaccination center was packed with
Hmm.
people, and then
Yeah.
so much more to apa, and then there were positive cases lagi during the crowd at the crowd in the crowd tu. I mean, it's concerning that these people are the ones yang brew health, yang don't
Yeah.
know what's going on with with what's going on around Brunei in the world juga, and there's a lot of things. My concern is that what if kiranya macam there's so much people during the day yang quarantine order tu lah. Macam as you mentioned, the biggest for you guys was 300 deployment to be done. But what if that in the same day macam yesterday was 200 plus. I don't know how much today, tapi it could be more or could be less. So if it reaches like kalau habis supply, what will happen?
Usually, we keep inventory track every day. So before the next operation day, we would make sure that all the foods are itulah, are enough. Basically, cuma tu pulang. And then
Kalau
since like kalau Sungai Kebun, our inventory is low, and then the delivering pun akhir. So what we do is we ambil dari PB macam tu.
Hmm.
Belia.
oh,
Cuma tu
so
lah.
kalau dua not enough, what happen?
Uh, Let me ask. Tuan.
Mana tuan? Hai tuan, mana tuan?
Tuan, kalau sekiranya the stock arah PB and SK dua-dua kurang, yeah, what would happen? What would we do?
On the day itself or we prior to that day we know lebih kurang.
Like, what if mengajuk tidak cukup? Or both?
We can request for other agency.
We can request from other agency.
There's a command.
I
There's a
see.
command center. You guys hear him? You guys hear him? You know what?
Sikit pula.
Boleh sikit je sikit.
Sikit. Suara kita ni. They're doing an interview.
If we are having a lacking of manpower, we can request additional manpower from the NC3. I don't know the full name, but it's a national command center for. So we can request manpower from other agencies. The whole
Okay,
station
okay.
lah. Whether it's the private sector, government sector, or agencies.
Oh,
Okay, okay.
okay. All right. That
Tuan Shukri, one of our head vocal from Japan.
Oh, I see. Assalamualaikum tuan.
Assalamualaikum Tuan.
Okay, that's good. That's a good plan where kalau kekurangan you are able to request from other agency, government and non-government agencies. So it means that
I think it's a good
the
thing.
whole country, the whole country is actually into this lah. All the
Yeah.
agencies are into this. Ganyan what's concerning is that juga kadang the worst come to worst lah, macam supply hindi cukup, and then the vaccination centers kadang-kadang habis sih punya tu doses for vaccine, and then my other concern is who is gonna be what if that's ramai orang terkena, will the quarantine centers able to tampung these people? A lot of people ni, if the pandemic ni in Brunei is still rising day by day, macam
Yeah.
lah, it's very concerning that people are not following the SOP juga. There are
Yeah.
some cases that who are red coats, purple coats that are still going out, distributing this viruses ni sekali. I mean for you guys are the ones yang frontliners ni lah yang playing a big role and doing a lot of things. Sama jo lalah jo. I think you guys are burn out always every single week. So, it's very very understanding pasal kalau this thing happens, it's gonna be something in the long run that these things macam I'm very concerned lah sebenarnya, especially burnout from the frontliners ni. What if macam one day the frontliners ni in the mo buat barang ni asal orang matinggal, asal orang
Yeah,
babal.
it's just scary. I think like on behalf of like we just want people to cooperate and follow the SOP set by the Ministry of Health because I think everyone's starting to feel burnt out.
Mm.
Yeah, just kata Oyan ikut SOP.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Wow,
It was very smart by the smart initiative by the MOH lah to
Yeah.
inform everyone on this topic tu.
oh, kalau dapat interview Oyen dapat bisa ni. Lang at to. Yeah, I mean there's a lot of things here lah macam very concerning with the rise of auto. I think we're reaching berapa? 2K sudah kah? 2000.
Actually active case 1K lebih. Tapi yang registered infection is 5,000, 5K dah. Which is
Yeah.
unimaginable lah. Last 3 months ni macam last time berapa lama untuk jadi 100 bertahan macam
Yeah,
sebulan 2
Yeah.
bulan ni
Yeah.
sekejap
Every
saja.
single day is 100 plus.
Hmm.
Every single day. The average is 100 plus lah. It's very concerning. Wah. I mean, we on behalf of everyone yang di rumah ni pun, we would like to say thank you to frontliners, to you all yang
Make me cry.
apa ya, macam doing all these things, sacrificing time with families, with your families, you are sacrificing time, your studies and your work, especially the ones yang who are in contact with the patients, especially the nurses, the doctors, they are the high risk on the orang yang lebih apa tu, we have the high risk of getting infected, but they still want to do their job and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And also considering that recently I've heard about news or rumors from the apa tu, from the vaccination center and then the quarantine center apa, that people are not dah bertolak ansur, dah bekerja sama and those things. It's tough, but hopefully they can still keep on going, especially you guys yang frontliners yang sanggup bersusah payah mengantar barang makanan ke sana sini. Kalau sekiranya aku under quarantine order, Nauzubillah min zalik, can I request for other foods kah?
Special treats.
Special treats lah macam
Kami bagi coklat saya sebuting.
sebuting saja. Okey lah, sebuting 12 hari.
Okay lah.
Boleh lah.
Kat saya kat duit dah 12 hari.
Dah memang 12 hari. Boleh lah. At least kena accept my request.
Kami terima tu. Kami bagi coklat ya. Damit.
Okey lah. Okay guys, jangan minta tadi orang bagi coklat damit saja.
You heard here first.
But kamu boleh minta coklat dari Syafiqah kalau kamu betul yang under quarantine order, ask from Syafiqah.
Boleh request dari Syafiqah, bukan nama sebenar.
Okay. Okay, bukan nama sebenar.
Oh,
Tapi
bukan
tahu
nama
di
sebenar.
di Sungai Kebun masa ni. Okay, yelah, so hopefully insyaAllah that the pandemic ni can be settled as soon as possible lah. Everyone to be vaccinated.
Amin.
And then you can continue your studies peacefully, and then you're working peacefully juga. Supaya macam everything can be normal lah. So we are hoping
More physical class, please.
more physical class. Because I understand,
No more online learning anymore.
because I really understand on the part, because I myself are teaching online classes juga. But I understand that it's not the same teaching online and having physical classes atau. Pasal physical classes tu, you are allowed to interact with other students, with the lecturers apa. Pasal I think some of the students are actually apa yang orang rindukan bersosial lah.
Yeah.
Socializing in sekolah tu pasal in sekolah tu is where semestinya kamu belajar saja, is where you have social development between one another, and then open kan jumpa orang lain juga,
Yeah.
sebagai student you also have things that you 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 love to see, macam kalau di ke sekolah you like to see the building, you like to see the plants. I don't know. Usually kalau students ni orang ada eye candy apa kan dilihat supaya motivate to belajar. Gitu kan?
Malas kan agree lah, tapi ah.
Adalah
Uh,
pasal people have different mechanisms to cope with themselves, to motivate themselves to further studying, to come to school.
I think it's just
Kalau
it's just the what they call it, the full experience of like UBD life or like university life where you cry doing your assignment and then hiding in the toilet to cry, like things like that.
yeah, tapi ini now you're crying alone in your room, and
Yeah.
where you fall asleep terus, then
Yeah, no
bangun
one's asking you like, why are you crying? Are you okay? Do you need a hug? I
oh
cannot even hug
ada ba
anyone.
that attention as a student tu nada lagi
Yeah.
di sini attention na kalau menangis, kalau indong buka pintu napawalay tidur. Ah,
Diam saja, jangan
oh diam,
nangis. Uh,
jangan.
kalau di school, kalau di universiti kena tanya macam attention tu ada.
Oh,
So,
it's a
jangan menangis.
different affection. Oh. Kalau engineer tu is a different affection. Pasal there are some things that yang dorang you would talk with your friends rather than talking with your family.
True.
Pasal that's why people go to school. Pasal kadang-kadang stress di rumah. Pasal you can't cope with the environment. Dan pasal di rumah tu, for me di rumah is not where you study. It's where you rest, where you sleep, where you mandi where you makan, and having a family time with families. Tapi kalau in school it's a different place where you can learn, you can study and do things together with your friends and your lecturers So yalah, macam having a physical class satu really, but I don't know now. So payah juga kamu jumpa tu. The only thing you can do is do video call, telefon dorang, how are they doing,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Catch up.
Catch up apa. Lepas tu sampai habis kredit juga, sampai habis wifi juga punya.
Tak top up lagi.
Lepas tu top up lagi. Stress lagi. Macam dulu the issues that ada allowance akhir keluar. Supaya kan bayar semua ni. Ani pun
Ani kamu lihat Squid Game pun lagging.
ngap. Ataupun lagging juga. Yeah. There's a problem kalau online learning satu lagging. Kedua, different areas, different stability of connection, dan kadang-kadang need to receive all the information tu.
Yeah.
And then assignments pun have to do it online semua, which is okay pun lang. Macam we go paperless, stuff like that. But however, the satisfaction of sending something and passing to your lecturer tu, that satisfaction tu you will not be able to receive lagi. Maksudnya
Yeah,
ada kalau masa of logistics it's SBE kan. So you have
Yeah,
like
SBE.
a box where you have to put your assignments there.
Yeah.
Harap tu. The satisfaction of memasukkan barang itu dalam pasangan sila. Yeah, so
And
I
then
think
like that walk when you have to put, and you're just like, oh, ada salah ka lagi ni. What if I get
Oh,
a
yeah.
C? What if I get a C? You know? Now
yes,
it's like Bismillah takkan, and then you're done.
dia dah nak bismillah takkan. Yang kau ingat saja whether to send ke tidak. Macam tu Itunya.
True.
You have to check the Wi-Fi, you have to check the internet apa. I mean, speaking of internet pun, alhamdulillah, we also like to thank you to dia ni punya internet service provider, Imagine, UNN, Telbro, mana lagi Telbro kan? Sorry,
Imagine.
Imagine, UNN, DST, Progressive to provide all this internet for us, to allow us to do online learning semua ni. I mean, especially at this moment of need, all of the things lah. And then also I kinda miss food centers now. Macam kan main bola, main futsal, swimming. The whole time I'm in UBD too, I never actually went to UBD punya swimming pool.
Really?
Never. Dulu yung masa renovation kan, then masa 2018 it was open. But at the time
Yeah,
we were
yeah.
not able to swim lah. Tapi I actually wanted to go there, cuba swimming pool area, tapi never
Udah
had the
pernah
chance.
sampai. Yeah.
Sampai lah. So
I think
yeah, kena
speaking of education, I think it's very interesting. I was actually say up for the Brunei Next Generation Leaders, which took place, I think, January. That was when the first wave sort the meltdown, yeah,
Mhm.
under the education punya category. So I was put in in a group with other students from other countries, and we're to discuss about education. And then
Yeah.
fast forward, I think during the second week, I was part of Asian Youth Forum, and I was one of the facilitator for education as well. So it's two different situations, and then you just when you hear all of this, and then you experience it, it's just very eye-opening experience. Like to to actually realize that not everyone is rich
Yeah,
as certain
this
people are.
yeah. Alhamdulillah for Brunei, since we're a small country, very accessible anyway lah. Kecuali yang di pendalaman-pendalaman bandara tu, those are yang payah access lah. Tapi in other countries, they they're sometimes out of reach of these privileges
Yeah.
yang they are entitled ni ba. So yeah, macam I can understand your concern juga, macam why is it eye opening because di luar they have to fight for it lah, to
Yeah.
gain knowledge, to have a good education, they have to fight for it. And then some of them have to struggle to reach where they are apa semua tu. Berjalan full charge ke sudah?
Literally.
But then move because I was getting this. So I'm in the middle of macam mengacau orang punya task.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, bawa charger just in case.
Ya, sudah. Okay,
Alright.
insyaAllah.
Okay. Right. So yeah, I mean, it's concerning as an part of the academia. So there's a lot of things that we need to understand that even though we are privileged to learn these kind of things, tapi tidak semua orang kan have the same knowledge.
True.
Macam sedang pizza saja.
Oh, wah. Bisa nyaman ni.
Jangan sebut pa kamu. Kesian. Tapi nyaman pula. Macam ada pula masih ada bang. Yes. Mau makanan.
Tapi pizza, I think the best pizza for me is still margarita pulang.
Oh, Philippine pizza.
Oh ya kah? Okay lah.
Have you even tried it?
Yeah, I tried it.
It's quite
Which one?
Okay.
Pernah rasa yang salmon. Ya.
Oh, the salmon one is good.
Salmon.
That one is good.
I think because I'm more quantity kind of person, more than quality. Yeah, that's why I like margarita since besar punya tu.
Ini kan makan dengan nilap sini, soalnya tanya dia. Ke pizza.
Oh, nantilah.
Okay, begitu saja guys. I'm at Sungai Kebun. I'll tell you guys when the schedule is if you guys wanna deliver food. Just saying.
Oh. Okay.
Kalau dah lah.
Boleh, no? Kan? We can send it there. But send us your schedule, then we will. Suara kita ni will especially send some food to Sungai Kebun punya team during.
Now I don't know if I should feel bad or feel grateful.
No.
Dia apa tu?
Just anticipate saja lah, jangan saja terkejut lah kalau Chani kayaknya dia punya makanan tu sekarang. Macam damit macam mana. Bukan coklat je lah, macam saya.
Belum masuk
But
habis dah tu di luar.
but inshallah we will okay lah. Okay, surah kita ni we promise to send some food to Syafiqah and the team.
Hmm. Thank you guys. Richard,
Right?
they're gonna send us food nanti. Me. I need to have a nest now.
Okay, okay. Oh, I'll send
Okay.
Margarita kali. Iya, Margarita.
Yay.
Boleh lah, boleh, boleh. We'll see first lah. No promises on what food, but we will send, inshallah.
Insyaallah.
Insyaallah.
Okay. Syafiq ada question lagi eh?
I think we're all good. Kira we learn a lot of stuff ya dari Sukarelawan Belia ni. Macam how they operate apa tadi, and then the experiences, especially the worst experiences tu lah. I think a lot of people need to know more about your experiences too. So it's unfair when people apa treat the front line apa unfairly, yang especially yang viral video tu kan, yang menumbuk dinding apa tu. I think it's
Oh,
very ano lah,
Yeah.
it's not considerate lah of them to do that.
Allah. Tapi
Yeah.
kamu nombor tu dinding 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 yang nipis. Cuba tu tumbuk dinding
Oh.
karat bang. Kalau tu pecah, I would hire him for something else. Kalau
I
tu
think
pecah, I would...
it's just that we just need people that there is a reason why certain rules are there.
Mm.
Right now, I think the most important mission for the country is to flatten the curve.
Yeah,
That is
definitely.
Yeah. So there's a reason why, but um, I think it's, people need to understand fully what and why the rules are set
Mm.
in a way.
Mm.
that's true lah. That's very true. Flattening the curve is the most important thing to do now. Bukan kami jumpa girlfriend, bukan kami jumpa tunang,
Dia boleh. BBQ pun
boyfriend,
sama karaoke na
or
boleh.
Yeah,
those
because
things.
like this time around, it's not like the first wave. This second wave is community spread.
Mm.
I think people need to understand what community spread is and how contagious it is. That's
That's
why
true.
restrictions are being put there. I think for most of us, it's scary to even go grocery shopping.
Mm.
Jadinya, kan pegang bakul pun mesti spray dulu. Macam if you were to get fruits pun, kena pegang kat ini. Macam tu, macam
Mm.
it's scary lah. And then like to think that you've been so careful, but ada orang yang in the careful, eventually, yeah, itulah that situation is just scary because like for us, like for me especially personally, I don't want to carry it home.
Mm.
I be I don't want to be the reason why my family is infected. It's just scary. It gives me it's a breach of the thought of it.
Mm. Yeah, hopefully that never happens lah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think for a lot of us it's like that. We want to help, but we also need people to cooperate.
That is so true. Yes, sir. Okay, I think we can end our session because we don't wanna waste more time lagi for you to work there. Kerang kan batah cerita orang kena tanya nak kerja kah?
Oh, ini kena tantang sekarang.
Okay, I think we would love to hear an advice or a message to everyone from you yourself to the listeners and viewers of Suara Kita ni. Ada?
Um,
Any others?
I think I've said it tadi. The most important thing is follow the SOP that the Ministry of Health has given. to be nice.
Mm.
Be nice. We're all struggling. We're all having a hard time. It is a very tough time right now, and everyone's trying to adapt. And everyone's trying to adapt differently. So I'll just be nice. And then the third one is um, for those who are for right now we're apa ni, for a lot of us we're staying at home most of the time. Find a way to be productive. To find a hobby that could actually keep you up and going. It's fine to actually keluar rumah, like arah kawasan rumah, and as long as it's within your household. Satu lah, kalau kau belajar seorang pun ada apa-apa. Satu. So find a healthy way to cope during this pandemic, during this very tough time. And I hope everyone stays safe, everyone stay sanitized,
Mm.
and um, let's just all pray that everything will end soon.
Amin.
Amin,
Yeah.
amin.
Macam sedih terpulang. Jangan
Oh,
oh.
aku nangis semua. Ay,
Ada
sampai
pause, ada pause tu apa? Amin.
Dia beda
Wow.
menangis dia.
Wow, gitu. Nama apa? Cry. Show that you are stressful. Cry. Kami pun menunjukkan ni apa orang-orang nama tinggal ni babal ni. Selain itu nangis.
Kadang-kadang jadikan meme terus my face. Menangis.
Lagi better. It's good. Well, at least the message sampai.
Ya.
Yang penting nama tu Syafiqah tapi bracket bukan nama sebenar.
Yes.
Okay.
Syafiqah yang akan membagi kamu gula-gula coklat yang macam manis.
Request saja.
Okay. Dengar tu guys, yang quarantine order request je, tapi coklat kamu cuma ni lah. For 14 days.
Damit lah. Jangan expect pasal lah.
Right.
Kau tak balik pusing-pusing macam tu.
That work tu. I saw someone actually sanitize dorang punya food before eating. It was like
I know, ada. I don't
Ya,
know.
pakai yang nanogan tu.
oh macam mana tu kena tahu.
Dia spray dia.
Then
Actually, the nanogan tu, I saw ada yang pakai yang arah a person dia apa, which is not recommended. Like actually kan sebenarnya the
Yeah.
nanogan is actually an irritant. It can hurt your eyes, their skin.
is it true?
Yeah.
Not only that, I saw that people using the nanogana to arah open space bah.
Hmm.
Using that, I was like, gimana kanannya tu barang itu kalau di open space. So like it was yang for me kadang-kadang it was weird juga and fascinating juga at the same time.
Yeah. If it gives them a sort of comfort, teruskan. Asal jangan upayakan diri.
That is so true.
Hmm.
So true. Well, okay, alright. Thank you so much, Syafiqah, for your
Thank
time,
you.
for making time
Thank you for
Self
having
Assessment.
me.
Yeah, inshallah next time lagi we can be in a different situation where everything is settled sudah ke
Insyaallah.
Allah, maybe di sana lah kita ni akan jumpa. Maybe we can like since you're under Majlis Belia, work together in the near future lah.
Amin. Let's. Izan, are y'all listening?
Definitely. Nanti kami men-tag lah Majlis Belia Brunei.
Tektan saya Syafiqah bukan nama sebenar. Majal je tah.
Okay. Never apa tu. Akan kami buat macam tu. Alright, thank you so much. Thank you, Syafiqah.
Thank you for
your time.
having me. Please stay safe.
Yes. Alright, for our listeners and viewers, you stay tuned for another next episode of suara kita ni punya podcast. And say bye.
Bye.
Bye guys.